At 1:17 a.m., I realized something was wrong. Not because someone attacked me, not because I saw a weapon, not because I was chased, but because the car behind me had followed me for over 2 hours without ever needing directions. Same speed, same turns, same silence. That's when I understood whoever was behind me wasn't lost, and they weren't leaving. I was 20 years old then, old enough to drive alone across states, young enough to believe that bad things had patterns, that danger was loud, that you could always see it coming, that if something was wrong, it would make itself obvious. I believed bad things happened to other people, not to someone like me, on a normal road, on a normal night. That day started like any other trip. I had planned it carefully, an 8-hour drive, straight highway, leave early, reach home before sunset. Simple. I didn't pack extra clothes, didn't plan a stop, didn't even think about what I'd do if something went wrong, because in my mind, nothing could go wrong. Halfway through the drive, everything stopped. Traffic slowed, then crawled, then completely froze. A multi-vehicle accident. Flashing lights, sirens, cars pulled onto shoulders. Minutes stretched into hours. By the time traffic finally began to move again, the sky had already changed. That soft evening blue had turned into darkness. I checked my phone. Nearby hotels were either fully booked or far too expensive for someone my age. That was the moment I made the decision that shaped the rest of the night. I told myself, it's fine, just a few more hours. I'll drive through. At the time, it felt reasonable, responsible even. I had driven at night before. I knew the road. I trusted myself. Fear rarely announces itself when it first arrives. Sometimes it wears the mask of logic. By 11 p.m., I was still 4 hours away from home. The highway had changed. City lights disappeared, then shops, then houses. Soon there was nothing but road, trees, and darkness. My headlights cut a narrow tunnel through the night, and everything beyond that tunnel felt unreachable. That's when I noticed the car behind me. Not tailgating, not aggressive, just there. Same lane, same speed. At first, I didn't think much of it. Highways work like that. People follow the same routes. Coincidences happen. I turned up the radio and focused on driving. An hour passed. Fatigue started creeping in. When I saw a gas station ahead, I decided to stop. As I slowed down, I checked my rear-view mirror. The car behind me slowed too, but instead of pulling into the station, it stopped across the road, engine running, headlights on. The driver didn't get out, didn't move, just waited. A small, quiet thought crossed my mind. Maybe they're on a call. I went inside, grabbed an energy drink, and told myself not to overthink. When I came back out, the car was still there. Same position, same headlights. I avoided looking at it directly. I got into my car and left. Back on the highway, I tried to shake the feeling. 10 minutes later, I checked my mirror again. The same car, same distance. I told myself it meant nothing. Another hour passed. My stomach felt tight, the way it does when something isn't quite right, but you can't explain why. I saw a rest stop and pulled in to use the bathroom. As I slowed down, the car followed. It stopped near the entrance, not properly parked, engine still running. Once again, no one stepped out. That's when my heartbeat changed.
It wasn't panic yet. It was alertness, the kind your body feels before your mind fully understands. I stayed inside my car for a full minute, hands gripping the steering wheel. I remember thinking, if this is nothing, why does it feel wrong? I forced myself to go inside. When I came back out, the car was still there, still running. I didn't look toward it. I pulled out. Seconds later, it followed. That was the moment fear became real. Not dramatic, not explosive, just heavy. I needed to be sure. I waited for the next small pullout along the road. I slowed down and pulled over. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. The car passed me. For a second, I felt relief. Then it slowed, stopped, on the opposite side of the road, facing me. Its headlights flooded my windshield, turning my car into a spotlighted stage. No horn, no signal, no movement, just watching. I sat frozen for a few seconds, then instinct took over. I drove away, fast. My hands were shaking as I picked up my phone and called my parents. I told them everything, every stop, every coincidence, every detail. They didn't interrupt. They didn't panic. When my father finally spoke, his voice was calm. "Okay," he said, "we believe you." That sentence mattered more than he probably knew. He gave me clear instructions. Don't stop. Don't confront. Stay on main roads. Then he said something strange. He said, "Drive into town and make 4 left turns." I didn't question it. I reached my town. The streets were empty, shops closed, lights off. I made the first left turn. The car followed. Second left turn. Still there. Third left turn. My mouth drew dry. Fourth left turn. The car was right behind me. No more doubt, no more explanations. Someone was following me. My father's voice stayed steady. "Drive to the police station now." I did. I didn't speed. I didn't slow down. Every signal, every turn, the car stayed behind me. Then I turned into the police station parking lot, and suddenly, the car accelerated hard. Tires screeched. It shot past the entrance and disappeared into the night faster than I thought possible. Gone. I sat inside the station for almost an hour. I gave my statement. Patrol cars were sent out. Nothing came of it. No license plate, no clear description, just nothing. Before I left, the officer looked at me and said, "You did the right thing." But that didn't bring comfort, because questions stayed behind. Who was that person? Why me? What were they waiting for? A mistake? A stop? A moment of weakness? I still don't know. And that's what scares me most. That night changed how I drive, how I notice patterns, how I trust my instincts. Because fear isn't always loud. Sometimes it doesn't chase you, it doesn't threaten you. Sometimes it just follows.